Welcome back here live here at the Battle at Bleu here at the Bleu Resort Casino and Resort Larry Ridley alongside Rico Williams. It is the championship game here of the UMG-sponsored Madden 18 Championship. $7,500 on the line, $3,500 for the winner, and we have a good one, Rico Williams. Skimbo, Schemin, two of the top 15 Madden players in all of the world.
A good one. This is going to be a great one. We're going to make this an instant classic. You have Schemin and his unstoppable run offense going up against Skimbo and his high-powered bunch. Run, pass. I don't even know. They say defense wins championships, offense sells tickets. Well, there are going to be a lot of tickets sold because there's going to be a lot of offense played here.
We're going to find out, basically, who can play better defense. I guess that's who's going to win this game. Who can get stops on defense?
Now, here's where it gets interesting and some gamesmanship and chess comes into it. Skimbo has already punched his ticket to Burbank. Schemin has 2 more games. One of them he'll be playing here today because the wonderful people at UMG have set up an area where he'll be able to play his playing game. Are either of these guys going to bring everything out because they may see each other further down the road? But you got to remember, Schemin, he signed a Versus Sports. They're going to want him to win this.
Right.
They're going to want to be able to say, we took out Skimbo.
Right.
They're going to want to be able to say, hey, I'm the man. Skimbo, he hasn't lost in, I don't know. Whoever knows how long.
About a year, it seems like.
His pride and his name is on the line.
Right.
We're going to have to put some respect on his name. So how do you balance not wanting to show everything but wanting to make sure you win?
So it's needed versus.
Yes.
Right? And so
we're
going to get something here. And we are going to kick it off. Skimbo playing with the Seahawks. It'll be Schemin with the Falcons, and they have been deadly on offense. He gets the kickoff, and it's Roberts down the left side. Oh, knocked out of bounds there. And Rico, pull up a chair. We've got a good one. 2 of the top 15 Madden players in all of the world. You are watching it live here on twitch.tv/UMG events. I want to thank the folks at umggaming.com. You can catch them there. Great company doing great work here in the esports space, moving over to Madden. I want to thank Ryan Summers putting this fine event on. I want to thank the folks here at Bleu Resort Casino and Spa. A fine place. I'm bringing my wife back. That's how nice it is. Rico.
I'm having an amazing time here, and the casino has actually treated me not as badly as it did in Vegas. So you can get me to come back here as well. And speaking of comebacks, we're going to have to – you don't want to get down too early in this game. Both of these guys know how to manage the clock. They both know how to play really well cerebral games of Madden. So you got to make sure you keep up with the Joneses here and don't let this game get out of hand. Both of these players, though, they really haven't been tested throughout this tournament.
You think?
This is I know. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to the first time of playing against your equal, facing a mirror.
Yeah, I want to see Skimbo spin it, and I want to see Schemin run it, and I want to see them go at it. Give us something, guys. You know, I know you want to hide maybe some stuff, but I know they're going to bring it. It's going to be a great game, and we couldn't ask for a better championship. Defensively, though, can Schemin stop that bunch? I think that Skimbo can sort of stay in the ball game and deal with the running attack. He's seen great rushing attacks. Can Schemin hang in there defensively with that bunch and the guy just throwing it all over? It's like Tom Brady, surging. Doop, doop, doop.
Here's the thing. I don't think anybody can hang with that bunch. I think it comes down to Skimbo staying focused, making his reads, and making you. What happens is you have to make the most of the 50-50 plays. Skimbo's going to give you, I don't even call him a bad read. It's more of an arrogant read. Like, this is supposed to be open, so I'm going to throw it. And it was great when we were in Birmingham last year. He said, no, there's no way that lineman is supposed to be able to get that ball. I'm going to throw that 100 out of 100 times. And when he gets like that, you have to make sure you take advantage of those few moments because that's what's going to separate you from winning or going home. Now, when it comes to Schemin, he's going to run the ball a lot. Skimbo's playing with Seattle. They're going to give you some hits. They're going to give you some block sheds. If there's a ball on the ground, you have to pick it up. You cannot allow him, 5 rushes for 178 yards?
178 in a quarter and a half.
That's absolutely crazy.
That's Techno Bowl stuff.
Yes, that is. And so both of these players, they're equally matched. They need to make sure they take advantage of the 50-50 plays, and when they have a chance, you need to score. There's no running out of bounds at the 1-yard line here. There's no missing that read and trying to force anything up top. They're too good. Your opponent's too good now.
Right. It's all about earning every single blade of grass that you get out there on that field for both of these guys. Had a little technical issue there early on. They're rebooting now, so just hang by. We've got a fine tech staff over there working on that. And once again, it's going to be Schemin and it's going to be Skimbo, and we're going to bring it to you live. It's going to be this will be the best.
I think we should be honest with them. We're not going to lie to you. There's no technical problem. We didn't make my rock solid pick, so that's why we stopped everything. We made everybody restart again so that we could finally get this in. I can make my rock solid.
No
pick.
lean. This has to be real deal.
Oh, this is real deal. Holyfield. And we want to see from the chat. Put your ones up if you think Skimbo's going to win.
There you go.
Put your twos up if you think Schemin's going to win.
Come
you
on.
got to knock the champ out. Schemin and I.
No, you cannot win by decision.
Exactly.
You have to
Can't
knock
win
him
by decision.
out.
You got to knock the champ out. Schemin and I have grown that he's a great kid, phenomenal guy, incredible talent. But until Skimbo loses, you can't go against him. I haven't seen anything today that will show me Skimbo's supposed to lose. Now, I'm not saying he can't lose. I'm not saying Schemin's not right there with him. All I'm saying is, in order for me to pick somebody against Skimbo right now, you could probably put 97 other people in that chair, and I'm going to pick Schemin over them right now. But because it's Skimbo, the way he's been playing, he's so hot, it's tough to pick against him.
Yeah, I look at it. I agree. I think Skimbo is playing phenomenally right now. This would be, 5 straight if he can win it. 5 straight tournaments that he's entered and won. 200K that he's won over the last calendar year. Madden 17 champion defending. Won our event, NYC Fall Classic, the Fall Kickoff, the Compete Forever event with myself and Kevin, Coach K. Phenomenal job there. He's going to Burbank in 2 weeks. You got to give the guys props. New GOAT real quickly. We haven't touched on it.
All right.
We got a quick second.
Okay. First of all, and just hear me out here.
We got
Problem is the Beyonce of Madden.
Okay.
Are you really sure you want that beehive again?
I'm
just saying.
Dude.
No.
I'm gonna answer that. Why would I be afraid of a beehive?
No,
I'm talking about real athletes too.
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you got to tread lightly. That beehive comes out.
Paid to do.
I don't want to get stung, but I'm still gonna keep my stance right now. So here's what I'll tell you. Perfect example. LeBron James is the best basketball player in the NBA. No, in the NBA.
Right now.
I think Kevin Durant got him last year.
Sure.
Kevin Durant doesn't, with 1 year, take over what LeBron has done. So what happens is I need to see consistent greatness over an extended period of time. Just like we said, Schemin has to knock the champ out.
Sure.
You have to knock the champ out.
He's done
the
it
way the Madden series
times.
is set up. No.
3 straight times.
The way the Madden Challenge and the Madden Championship Series is set up, I kind of consider it like, let's say, tennis with 4 majors and every other thing.
Sure.
Problem, it's not that Problem hasn't won one of the majors, but he's been there. He's in the finals and won. He still had an excellent year. He still had a 6-figure year.
Phenomenal year.
So the gap to me it hasn't been closed and surpassed by Skimbo. Skimbo would need, and I'm going to give you, in order for me to consider Skimbo the GOAT, Problem would have to fall off further. Like, if Problem still stays at the top and just loses a final here and he makes the Final Four here, you're still not taking the GOAT away because he has 10 years of championship on top of that.
That's true. You can't erase that history. But Skimbo, when he gets into these events, he's there every single time.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If Skimbo would have played like this for 4 more years, I need 4 more years of this. And then we can have that discussion.
I think it's 2 different discussions. I think you're right there on the substance of GOAT being entire career.
All time. It's all time.
That is true.
As opposed to the greatest player right now.
Exactly.
Now, here's
That's
where
2 different things.
I might get stung.
I agree with that.
I might get stung by the beehive. Skimbo had a better year. Skimbo was a better Madden player than Problem last year.
Right. And I think right now he is. Last year and
I
now
think you have to say that as well, just because he came to one tournament, he showed, he won. He was the champ from last year. Sure. That momentum carries on. But that GOAT talk is a whole nother animal. And I was there when we were at the Fear Factor studio when he won that, when he broke that. I've watched Problem go from a kid who just played defense and gave people trouble to the flagship and face of our moneymaker, our holy grail of Madden. And you can't discredit that. Not saying you discredit might not be the right
I don't
word.
think you can discredit
You can't give that away with a year or two. You have to take that over a consistent period of time. And while I know the chat and everybody's going to love this conversation, we got to get back to that game.
You got to have it. And I will say this real quickly. If you are the GOAT, you have to win. I was in New England. I was in Boston for 6 years covering the Patriots. No one wins like New England. They're the most consistently winningest organization in all of the National Football League. They heard it day in and day out. When are you guys going to win the big one? We don't care about winning another regular season game. We don't care about winning another division. We don't care about winning another playoff game. Win it all. Brady did that the last 3 years. To me, that's what GOATs do. You win through all eras. Eric hasn't won since 2013. That's all I was saying. If you're the GOAT, win now. Win now.
What was the difference between Brady's last Super Bowl and the one he just got against Atlanta?
He won them.
No, I'm saying how many years apart were they?
They were 9 years.
Okay. Problem's only 4.
It's
only 4.
It's 4. It'll be 5.
It's only 4.
It'll be
Okay.
5
It's still not 9.
But it's getting close. It's getting there.
All
in video game years, so you're right. Let's get to the game. Great conversation. I'd like to hear from you guys out there. And look, well, it's our community. We're all taking it. And this is good talk for Madden because all of these guys are good. I want to see Skimbo. I want to see W. I want to see Schemin. I want to see Eric Wright. I want to see them all bang heads.
And it's going to happen.
And that's what it's all about and growing this space. And we can all have an opinion there as we pick it up. Great conversation by you. That's
Absolutely.
a great job. That was fair, and I think you're right on that. Schemin. Playing with the Falcons, red pants, white jerseys. Skimbo will have the ball first now as these guys will get started here for the championship. Battle at Bleu, Mont Bleu Resort Casino and Spa. What a fabulous host here. I guess they want more GOAT talk. What else do they want? I mean, they keep coming back.
Okay.
they want more of it.
No, okay, so we're going to go ahead and get that.
Small technical issue with the settings. They're working on that. I think a fair point by you because you look at the entire history of what he's done. Look, you can't take anything away from Eric Wright. You just can't. Problem has done a great job. He's been great for the game. He's not the only one for the game. That's all I was saying. And look, it's time to win, and he just might. He might win the Madden. Well, he won't win the Madden Classic. He might win the Madden Challenge. He might win the Madden Bowl. He might win the Madden Championship for Madden 18. It can all happen. I want to see all of these guys go at it. I don't believe in cliques. I believe in everybody getting in this boat and rowing together. And you guys are going to have to face each other. That happens. Lakers, Celtics, Yankees, Red Sox. It's good, people, right? That's all I'm saying.
And one thing I will say, and I come from the era where you had buddies, but as DJ and everybody know, we had the Bust Your Buddy Bowl.
That's
like
it. That's it.
Some of the best games were in my living room. Shout out to Top. Shout out to Young Guns, Realist. We had some big game change. Jarvis, Mark. These are people that travel together to tournaments all over the country.
Yep.
But when it locked in inside the house, we were going at it.
Lock up.
I think this conversation is phenomenal for the community.
Especially when it's had like this. When
absolutely.
When it's thoughtful and there's nothing crazy going on.
When the only emotion is you cheering for your guy.
Right.
And you having that.
That's it.
The question I'll say, and this is where
good conversation.
I got to give Problem credit. As an East Coaster, I have a huge bias. There was always a huge Madden bias that the West Coast was soft, that they weren't as good as the East Coast.
It's like that in real football. Look at college football, the Pac-10, the Pac-12. Are you kidding me? Go down south, you get your butt whooped. Trust me, I played there. I know about it. They play football down south. Roll Tide.
Problem took that entire coast on his back.
He did.
And now it goes through West Covina.
It does.
The road to the GOAT goes through West Covina. I tip my hat.
Actually, it's going through
Claremore, Oklahoma. He said it's going through Claremore, Oklahoma.
It's going through Oklahoma with a solid base on the East Coast. You can't forget those guys, man. East Coast. Look, there will always been East Coast bias. It's the financial center. That's where the media capitals are, the media centers are. It is what it is. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. You kind of have to deal with it. But he's done a great job for the environment. Back to the game, and here comes Schemin. Whoa, what happened?
He's setting it up so he can get right back to the situation it was when they had the setting.
Second and 2. That's what it should be. Yep.
Close enough.
Second and 4, close enough. You're right.
Look there, locked in. Skimbo with the I am focused face. He always had, we used to call it the Skimbo look. Now, when you knew that when he was locked in, he always stays like that. But he used to let an issue get to him if he didn't have a play, and you could see his whole body language and his face change. Now, he keeps focused the entire time.
It's really interesting watching Skimbo. I mean, he's got that nerve.
Oh, God.
There's Freeman breaking a tackle. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and just like that, Schemin's on the board. Oh, we've got a good one here. Michael Skimbo will get the ball back. Can he answer that? What a run by Schemin.
As I was saying, True Boy last year, I thought had the best run stick in America. I think there's a new sheriff in town.
Dude,
this year,
special.
What I'm seeing right now is absolutely phenomenal.
Talking to Skimbo, he said, we're going to give, Shift God Cole, he gave him some love.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
said he's good there, so we want to definitely give Shift God Cole all of those guys out there doing. Oh, he had a seam there to the right side. I wish he would have taken Lockett through there.
If somebody would have told me first play on offense, I guess it wasn't the first play. 3 plays, bang, 80-yard touchdown, I would have thought it was Skimbo. I wouldn't have thought it would have been Schemin breaking that kind of run. But it's a new year, new game, and look how focused he is. We know versus. They're going wild back there. I know Manny's over there running down the street, high-fiving Smoke, all of those.
Spot me, please, all those jokers, man. Good guys, and phenomenal job by those guys. They come out to tournaments. Manny's doing a good job with those guys. They were at our tournament. They were in Vegas. They were everywhere. Philly, you name it. They've been all over. That's a great start and a great mark by what he's trying to build there, getting these guys out playing in all of these events.
Now, you got to watch.
Hollywood, all those guys.
Bringing everybody down like that against Skimbo. You just scored that quick if you're scheming. You want to make sure you build on that and don't let Skimbo come back and go up top real quick.
I think this right here is what separates Skimbo from the pack right now. Albeit, however slight it is, it's the fact that he will run the ball and he's going to dink and dunk you. That is an extension of his run. To me, I think that's demoralizing too. Running it down your throat, very demoralizing. That's old school. That's like I'm taking your heart. But when you can't get off the field and a guy can beat you running the ball and throwing it, good luck with that.
I look at Skimbo like as you would a heavyweight fighter. His run game and his short pass routes. Oh, wow. That was a tough one. It's like his jab. And he keeps you at bay, and you get tired of hitting with that jab. You try to duck that, and next thing you know, you get hit with that uppercut, that vert, and you're going to.
Right. Well, the thing about Skimbo, I will say, is when you are throwing the ball, as Bill Parcells would say, 2 of the 3 things, bad things will happen. So that's the one area where you can try to pick them off. But if you can't, you're not going to get pressure on them because you're scared to bring people, and you got to just play great defense. And it's just
and just like that,
you see that move by
Skimbo says, "I see your run and raise you a pass."
I love high-level Madden play. This is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you play top competitive gaming right here. This is how you do it. You do it on the ground and you run it down his throat. You get back there in that gun bunch and you pick him apart. I love it.
Now, real quick, got to send a shout out to my man, Kerry Q. Again, one of the top Madden players in the world. He was supposed to be here, was going to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and drove, and right now was sitting there on Twitch watching this sick.
Kerry Q, what's up? Saw him at the Seahawks Club Series last year. Fine Madden player as well, doing some phenomenal things with the MCS last year and, of course, again this year. He's a guy that's up and coming and rising as well. Hope he is able to do some great things here coming up in the future. Schemin with the ball again. He's got his forms of trips on the left-hand side. Good run defense there by Skimbo early on.
We're going to see. He definitely has to stop that up the middle run. Schemin went right back to it to see if it was there, but 3 yards in the cloud of dust. Is he going to be happy getting that?
Boy, I mean, you think you stop him for 1, 2, or 3, and then he busted for like 10.
He has 4 rushes for 87 and a touchdown right now.
Are you trying to say he's going to have 6 for 178?
No, we're going to see. Now, Skimbo looked like he ran commit there. I'm wondering, is he going to try to use that to stop the run, or is he going to try to see if he can figure out some kind of run defense?
Right.
That's
whatever he does, I think it has to be born out of that cover, too. I don't know if you can start bringing guys down in the box. Not with Julio Jones out there on an island. That's the thing. That's what makes scheming so hard to play. It's like real football. You don't want to leave that big dog out there by himself. You can't do it. You got to give safety help.
Now here, 3rd and 5. This is a very important down right here. Obviously, Schemin's going to wind up going for this. But you'd like to pick this up right here. You don't want to have to deal with the 4th and 2.
Right.
Especially when running the ball is your strength, because you never know if you're going to get that block shed. Skimbo can shoot the gap. You want this first down.
I'm watching this box. Can Skimbo contain this run game with 6 guys?
Got to make somebody miss.
That's good defense there. That's playing that coverage and that zone the way it's supposed to be played. Can Skimbo hold up with that 6-man, maybe 7 guys in the box? Do not bring 8 down there, because now Julio's going to go crazy. That's what I'm going to be watching.
First thing you got to do, take away Julio. Normally, I would say the flats.
Right.
Forget that.
No.
Take away Julio. Then the flats, then the seam.
Yeah, I agree.
He needs to be able to do that really quickly, though.
And there you can see, no heavy box there.
He's going to run the ball.
Yeah, and that's a great read by Schemin. That's what you do. It's a light box, 5 or 6 guys. You have to take that run there. And this is what we're talking about, guys. These are guys that lab, and they work hard. They work on their craft. They're like little mini offensive coordinators out there. It's perfectly planned. It is high-level football, guys. This is awesome watching this. These 2 guys go at it. And there's Coleman around the side. Whoa, guess he's going to do a little jump stop or something.
Yeah, he was going with that juke. Hey, it's a tough one. He got his first down. Schemin is running the ball very, very well. He's been able to stick to his game plan, hasn't had to get too exotic, hasn't had to go outside of it, what he wanted to do. He has to feel confident right now.
Here we go. There's a little drop down there with Earl Thomas dropping down, but he backed out of there. Good job by Skimbo. He's going deep.
Pick.
Good defense right there. Almost picked, almost caught as well by Sanu Sr.
Hey, even though he went to my high school, I don't like that read for Schemin.
1 versus 3.
Yep, that's stick with what's working right now.
Right.
You have him up out. You didn't need that. He could have actually ran with Matt Ryan and picked up 5 or 6.
7 yards easy.
Yeah, because now it's almost like a wasted down, and that could have went completely left.
Does it change the calculus if it's Julio Jones instead of Mohamed Sanu?
No.
Okay.
Not into triple coverage like that. And you see, I thought it was going to be a pick before. He had time to click on, square that defender up, and make a play on it.
And I like what Schemin is doing. He's really spreading the field, too. So it's going to put stress on Skimbo's defense, because you really can't just, put 8 guys in a box or 7 guys. When you got 4 receivers spread out, that box is going to be 5 or 6 guys. It's going to be light. That's just smart play calling by Schemin.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a run and a field goal here. I don't know that he really wants to take the chance of throwing a pick.
Why throw the pick when you can run it right up the
gut? Why take 3
off
when
to
you
the
can run it?
races? 10-5, touchdown, that 2-headed monster out of the backfield for those dirty birds.
I would have thought Skimbo would have known that run was coming, and he would have been able to hold him inside 8 yards. But it was perfect. It was set up right there for him to go. You're not going to be able to stop that run, and that Schemin looks good right now.
Here's what you
offense.
can do if you're Skimbo. You're going to have to man it up. Or you're going to have to deal with this run. Look, I don't know if you can stay in zone the whole game like this. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to man it up and do something with that box, because he's eating you alive with 5 and 6 guys in that light box.
Now, Skimbo loves his kick return game, and he says if you give him 4, he's going to take 1 back to the house. I think the way Schemin's scoring, he's going to get 4 chances to throw these kickbacks.
Look, this thing is going on the teeter-totter. This is a seesaw match. It's going back and forth. Trust me, no one's going to run away with this thing, I don't think. So we'll see what Skimbo can do here, get in that gun bunch, and see if he can just pick you apart.
Now, once again, Schemin, you had a great offensive drive. Make him work on defense. You don't want to just give it all up here in one play.
Good defense, though, because the receiver was open on that drag, but it was a good job of Schemin staying home with that backside of the defense there. Hold him to, I was going to say 2 yards, 3 yard gain there. That's pretty good. That's good defense, all you can do there against a very high potent offense of Skimbo's. 2nd and 7 now for Michael Skimbo, down 14-7 to Schemin as we wind down the first quarter. And that right there, that's why Schemin is going to have some issues, or at least trying to control Skimbo, because Skimbo, if you're going to give him the run, he'll take it.
Absolutely. Now, here's where it gets interesting. 3rd and 1, is he going to go right back to that run?
You got
absolutely.
To. You got to, absolutely. Yeah.
If I could only pick lotto numbers, like I can tell what's going on here.
What a game so far, 14-7. Schemin out to an early lead. Fabulous running by him on his first 2 series. Michael Skimbo back with his 2nd series, and he's looking to launch, and he's got a receiver. Great throw over the head into the arms of Little Lockett from Kansas State, still doing things for the Seahawks.
And that was one of that level of knowledge of Madden is what separates Skimbo from everybody else.
Yeah.
He saw that the speed difference was there, and he just needed to buy some time. The longer that route went, the more separation he was going to get. He threw it perfectly, but he saw the safety coming over, so he knew he couldn't throw it too far or lead him out too much. Got down, moved the ball, keep it going.
Right in that window of that cover, too, man, right between the corners and the safeties, absolutely.
By the way, got to give a quick shout-out to Philly Ron. He was out there in Philadelphia. Amazing tournament out there. As we saw, he was out there to booth. Knows everything. We had a great time out there, Philly Ron. Who you got here? Schemin, Skimbo. Let me know.
Throw your 1s up for Skimbo, like you said, right? And your 2s up for Schemin. Bam, doing a great job. Got the lead 14-7, but Skimbo on the attack, on the move. 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line for Skimbo, and that gun bunch.
Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. Look for a lot of runs here. When Skimbo gets down to the red zone, he has to make some choices.
Yeah.
And with what Schemin's doing on defense, I think we're going to see a lot more running out of Skimbo as opposed to him taking a chance for a tip drill in the end zone or something getting dropped.
It's almost like those run-and-shoot teams back in the day. Hard to score in the red zone when things get condensed. I think this is where, if Schemin can win the game, this is where he can win it, where he can hold Skimbo to field goals or 4th down conversions that do not happen, failed 4th down conversions. That's how he can win this game and pull it out.
Shot master. Oh, man. What a blast from the fact. That's what I'm talking about. This game has brought everybody back out, or that or the million plus that's floating around to be won. Everybody's locked in. 3rd and goal. Is 3 here a stop? If he holds the 3.
Absolutely, that's a stop. And in a game like this, high-level play, absolutely. All right, here we go. 4th and goal here for Michael Skimbo. We'll call it from the 1-yard line. He is going to kick it. I said, I think he kicks the field goal. He is. Are you okay with that decision? Doesn't really matter. He made it, but are you okay with it?
Yes. I'm okay with it here, especially because he's going up against a running offense. Even though he hasn't been able to slow it down really, there's more of a chance for a fumble, of 3rd and 9, like a couple of shoot through the gap. You're okay there. He couldn't walk away with no points, though, because that's when, if you're going up against that running offense, if he does score, now he can milk the clock. Now he takes complete control over it. You had to make sure you drove down that far, you got points. And with there being 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the 2nd quarter, he's going to get the ball back. He'll have a chance to go, and then he gets the ball back in the 2nd half. So as long as he can not go down too much and get a quick score, even if it's only 3, he'll be in a good position
Yeah,
starting
he's
the
still
2nd
within 1
half.
score, absolutely. I definitely see your point there. 2nd and 4 for Schemin, playing with the Falcons. The Falcons, of course, in white. Michael Skimbo playing with the Seahawks in their navy blue there. A little bit of action green, as they like to call it out there in Seattle. Hands it off to Freeman. He's got some room. Can he break the tackle of... It's almost like he ran into him a little bit. Maybe could have cut it up, but he was trying to make it a big gain instead of maybe taking another couple of yards. He was looking for a huge gain.
Absolutely. He was trying to get to that outside and take it to the house.
Good tackle there by Richard Sherman on the right side of the offense there. 1st and 10 now for Schemin with the 4-point lead. Got to stop on that last offensive possession for Michael Skimbo. Trips to the left there. And once again, he's doing a great job of running, but that's what Michael Skimbo needs to do more of. Can he make plays with that 5 to 6-man front and keep everything in front of him with the passing game? And this is the difference here. Same with Schemin. Can he bog him down in the red zone? Make him kick 3s. You know both guys are going to get what they need offensively. They're both going to put up huge offensive stats and huge numbers running and passing the ball respectively for Schemin and Skimbo. And there's 2nd and 12. Now he's got him where he wants him. Now, if you're scheming, do you go back to the run, knowing that you got 2 downs to maybe pick up 10, or is it time to open it up and throw it?
Here's what I'll tell you. You let this go down to the 2-minute warning. You come out in a pass set. If you have something open, you throw it. If not, take whatever couple yards you can get with Matt Ryan, and you punt this ball. Do not force it. You're up 4. Even if you hold him to 3, you're still in this game. Even if he scores a touchdown, Skimbo does, which would be tougher, you can still hold him to 3 next game. You're in a good position. Don't just turn it all over, because now you can be down 3 going into the half. He's getting the ball. Now he's up 10, and now you're stressing.
Game changer. Great play there. Great there. Hey, Skimbo almost had the sack there, but great
and he almost
job
had the pick
of Schemin.
too.
Yeah, great job of Schemin finding that receiver across the middle of the field. Moves the sticks there, and now time will be a factor as we wind down. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
He barely avoided that sack, barely avoided the pick, and then barely made the first down. But hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And when you're both,
Skimbo's starting to get a beat on this run game a little bit here on this series. Just a little bit. He's starting to pick it up a little more.
Here's the question you have to ask yourself on both sides. Does Schemin really have a better grasp on Skimbo's bunch, and he just pulls it out when he thinks he needs it because he doesn't want to show everything from Burbank? Mm-hmm. Or does Skimbo really know how to stop this run when he needs? Because you've seen him shoot through a couple times. You've seen him do it, and it's just a matter of,
I was about to say he's got to go B or X, and he went X. Oh,
wow.
It's incomplete. We got 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 12 for Schemin. I love the chess match here, though. You can clearly see both guys thinking it through like, all right, what do I want to do here? How much do I want to show? How important is it for me to win this game? Very important, of course. What am I going to let him see? Do I have can I punch with my left hand? That's what we're seeing from these guys. High-level Madden play at its best. Schemin back to pass. Matt Ryan looking. So, watch that, and it's going the other way. Picked off there. Skimbo with the shot. Less than a minute to play here, down by 4.
And here's the question I have. And, hey, I love Schemin like a play brother. Skimbo was guarding that route the whole time himself personally. What are you doing there? At that point, you're just – that's something I would see Skimbo do normally, saying you're there. I don't believe you have the stick to get that. I'm going to test you. And when you throw that pick, Madden.
Ooh, watch out. Oh, what a catch there. Is that little Lockett? It was. Great ball placement, too, to have his receiver where he can only get it and dive for that ball. Great job there by Skimbo. First and 10 now for Skimbo as he's moving along.
He picks up that block.
And he's got a little block. Oh, nice little move there with the.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about. Here we go. Under 30 seconds left. Skimbo now in the money zone, in the green zone. First and 10. Will he get 3? Will he get 7? Will he take the lead here going into the half? In this championship game here of the Battle at Bleu, live here from the Mont Bleu Resort Casino and Spa. Larry Ridley on the call with Rico Williams here. Skimbo running Thomas Rawls to the right side, bottled up by Schemin.
Yep, and you're going to see Skimbo look to run that ball. Remember, when he gets down to the red zone, he doesn't want to turn the ball over. So I think he's willing to go in 14-13, getting the ball back in the second half. This game is probably going to come down to the last possession.
14-13, pretty much an even score there with a 2-point conversion. So you're still very much so in it. And you're right, getting the ball back changes the calculus there. 2nd and 10 for Skimbo. What will he do? We always watch the red zone with Skimbo when things get tight and he's going up against a good defense. How will he get the ball into the end zone? Will he run it? Can he still throw it and do the things that he wants? We've got the bunch there. Actually, no bunch, just trips there. Jimmy Graham in the tight end. Got Wilson on the other side as well. Different set for Skimbo, and that's a run set. And a great job there of Schemin getting into the backfield.
I thought he had that cut back to the right, but wasn't able to get back there. This is a big play here. 3rd and 11, 22 seconds. You don't want to do anything that costs you points here. But if you can get in the end zone, that's a game changer.
Right.
I'm looking for him to take a passing play, but look for him to run with Wilson or throw it away. He's not going to throw it unless somebody's wide open.
Here we go, big for both guys. A touchdown puts him up, a field goal, and it's a win for Schemin. And there's Russell Wilson taking off. Oh, he got the first down. He did. Yes, he did. First and goal. 14 seconds. Oh, no, they gave him 4th and 1. Are you serious?
Yeah, he got
I thought the left foot got in.
No. So now, here's where it gets tough.
Okay, you got to go for it here.
No, you don't go for
it.
You still stick with what got you here. You still take that forward. That's a complete momentum shift.
Go for it because you get the ball in the second half.
But now, here's where I don't go for it because you get the ball in the second half. Now it's a 1-point game. If a 3 doesn't help you, let's say you get held to 3 next time. At least now you're up, and you need a field goal to beat you. Whereas if you don't get any points here, he stops you on that 4th and 1, which can happen. You know the QB sneak is dead this year.
Yep.
It's not like you have that bread and butter to go with. 3's the better move because you get that ball back, and now you have more pressure. And if you decide to, you can go for 2 if you score, and you're right back in there.
Well, that can also be a momentum swing as well. You get the first down, and then you score. You're up 17-14, and you get the ball. Now it's 24-14, and now you're in control of this game. That's what I was thinking there, especially in a situation like this where, let's just face it, these guys want to win this game. And when you got Burbank coming ahead, why not go ahead and go for it? You're not showing your best stuff. Oh, it's just Devontae Freeman is sick out there when he gets on the edge. First down pickup for Schemin. Take a look at CenturyLink Field and the beautiful Pacific Northwest out in Seattle. Start the third quarter now, 14-13. Schemin with the lead. And here's Skimbo going to get the ball back to begin the third quarter here. We've got a well of a ball game, a 1-point ball game here for the Battle at Bleu. Winner gets $3,500 here for the UMG Madden 18 tournament here.
Is this his 3rd kickoff? He says 4, and he'll take 1 back. He got 1 more shot. Now, if you're Skimbo, you want 7 here. Actually, you want 8.
I was about to say, do you go for 2?
Absolutely.
Or is it too early?
No, I'm from that right now. You got the momentum. It's going with you. Oh,
that was close.
And that's
big man almost got it.
And that's where Skimbo says, you'll never pick that pass.
You shouldn't be
that
able
lineman
to.
shouldn't be able to pick that pass. It's not going to happen. I will throw that 100 out of 100 times.
1st and 10 for Skimbo. 1-point game here, third quarter. Michael Skimbo rolling with the Seahawks in the navy blue. Schemin with the Falcons in the white. Skimbo running the ball with Thomas Rawls on the right side. We'll give him 3 on that 2nd and 7. Or give him 1, actually, 2nd and 9.
UMG has to love this. Their first event here. They got a final of Skimbo and Schemin. It's a great game coming down to the end. What more can you ask for?
2 top 15 guys, both guys battling in the MCS last year of Madden 17. Absolutely a great lineup here today. Great job by the guys at UMG. Check those guys out at umggaming.com. Thank the sponsors, Origin. Oh, he's going deep. I think he might have him. And there he is. Got the touchdown. Oh, he caught him sleeping a little bit there. And he's back in it with the lead. Up by, I believe, 5, right? It should be 19-14. Do you go for 2? I say no. You say yes. I think he's going to kick it.
And I think Skimbo did kick it. You're not looking for the fake there. Hey, and he has confidence in his team. He might wait for later. We just happen to disagree on this one. While it's going there, while you have the momentum, I'm going for 2. Or maybe he just doesn't have a 2-point play.
I'm sure he has a 2-point play. Maybe it's nothing that he likes, but I'm sure he has one. But, yeah, it's almost like the old coach's 2-point rules. You know, you don't.
You're looking at that sheet, doing some calculations, time and all that.
Time and place, yep.
Go for that, too.
Yeah. I don't think he'd do it before the 4th quarter, typically. I would try to avoid it. But that's an old school thinking. This is a new generation. This is mad now. Devontae Freeman on the right side. Oh, if he could have bounced it out to the right, he had something. He knows it there. One more step to the right, and he's off to the races. Maybe he's caught by, not Chancellor, or maybe the other safety.
He definitely knows he left 6 points on the board there. Right. If he doesn't get a touchdown, he's going to remember that play.
Maybe Earl Thomas gets him, but definitely not Cam Chancellor. There's Freeman off to the races. Oh, what a great tackle there.
He should have went outside on that one
Rashid.
also. I felt like he gave him a chance. Yep. Philly Ron just threw out the big Gene. He ran into him on that one. We talked about that.
1st and 10 here for Schemin. Matt Ryan back to pass. He had X. He has X. He's going for it all. What a play there, but it's incomplete. Out of bounds.
Matt Ryan. If somebody told you Matt Ryan would be 2 for 6, somebody's playing with the Falcons. Matt Ryan is 2 for 6 with 80-some yards, 60-some yards, and an interception. You wouldn't think they'd be right in this ball game, would you?
One play away from taking the lead. Absolutely not. You're right about that. But when you've got that bad man, Devontae Freeman, spin right into him. Devontae Freeman. I mean, look, he's a great running back, but man, he's a beast in Madden. I mean, am I off here? I mean, I think he's a top 5 to 7 running back, but man, he's playing like a top 1 running back.
He's playing like the new GOAT of running backs.
Holy cow. I mean, look, I know the guy's good, but is he this good?
Oh.
Great play there by Bennett. Off that defensive line for Seattle, 2nd and 10 there. Skimbo needs more of that. Making stops with that 6-man box. Can he do it?
And here's where. Wide open.
Out of bounds, though. Oh! I think it's out of bounds. Yeah, it's out.
Nope.
No, he got.
Yeah, he went from 2 and 6 to 3 and 7 for the day. All right, now here's where it gets interesting. If you're scheming, can you afford to take 3 against Skimbo?
Here, yes. It's still a 3-point game. You're only down 6. Because you got to think if Skimbo gets the ball rolling, you've done a decent enough job of holding him in the red zone. So that could be something that could be in the back of Schemin's mind. He has done a good job of making it difficult for Skimbo to move the ball in the red zone. So I would probably kick the 3 if it comes to that. Might not come to that. Maybe he takes the lead here because we know he can get it done down here in the red zone with that run game.
Shout out to young Drenny, the youth.
The youth.
Uh-oh, good defense for Skimbo. He's taking away all that manually.
Oh, what a throw there. Out of the
great
1, right?
defense, even better offense. Schemin showed patience. He waited, let everything develop, didn't force anything, broke the angle, made them make a decision. Gotta love it.
Young
now,
Trini.
here's where it goes. 3rd and goal.
Here it is.
You got to get in here if you're scheming.
No, the quarterback sneak. We just talked about it.
I just told him the quarterback sneak is dead now. Somebody get Hollywood on the phone right now.
Schemin's going for it. You got to call a timeout here. Are you going for this?
Yes, you have to.
You think so?
Yes.
Here we go. We'll see if we can run it with Devontae Freeman, or will it be a little boot action? Here comes Devontae Freeman. Oh, he got stopped. Good defense there by the pride of Oklahoma, Michael Skimbo. Schemin thought he had it. I did too, but a great defensive stop there by Skimbo.
Here's the thing. You don't run that sneak. You run that run twice in a row, and he probably gets in there. He'll remember that. But cover the flats right here, and you send all the heat in the world here. He's supposed to send the house.
Wow.
But he was supposed to also
wow. Angry Doug Baldwin. Does he have enough juice? I think he does. Is he going 99 or 98 the other way? Absolutely. That may be the difference in the ball game. That's why I say kick the field goal. You're only down 3. It's still in the 3rd quarter, Rico. I think the field goal would have been the play there. It's 20-17 at that point.
No. We need to go back, and a lot of times people get hung up on the 4th down call. Go back to 3rd down. That QB sneak is what he's going to come back.
I wonder if I truly believe, I wonder if it was accident. I wonder if it was an accident.
And that very well may be the case.
I think it may have been. I'd love to talk to Schemin afterwards to see.
And then I'd like to find out what defense he did. I don't know if he ran commit or something there, because everybody shouldn't have been that wide open. Like, that guy was wide open. He was butterball naked. Like, I'm all for sending pressure. You're on the 1-yard line, make a bad decision. Maybe you get a pick 6 or something like that. Ooh.
Earl Thomas.
Now, when you have this kind of a run-heavy offense, when you're down 2 scores like this, it's kind of tough to come back unless you're going to break something like you did earlier, and that's more hoping and wishing as opposed to that high-powered aerial attack.
Devontae Freeman once again. Michael Skimbo has done a good job the last quarter and a half of really containing or at least slowing down the run game of Schemin. And that's what we said. Can he slow down the run game at least, or can, Schemin do something against Michael Skimbo, make him struggle in the red zone and kick field goals? And that's a great play there by Matty Ice. Keep the sticks moving for Michael Skimbo as we head into the fourth quarter. He's up 13, in pretty good position. Can he make it 5 straight wins at a live event? This guy is on fire in the Madden 18 world, but we know that can be short-lived, right? Especially when you're playing a guy as good as Schemin who can really bring it.
Absolutely. You have to make sure you're paying attention every single play. You can't take one snap off because you blink. Next thing you know, Freeman's in the end zone.
Yes. And once again, credit to Skimbo so far, slowing it down a little bit with that run game, and he's picked it up with his passing attack.
Watch for Julio.
Well, I looked at that last play that Skimbo scored the touchdown. Middle of the field was wide open. That cannot happen.
Wow.
That cannot happen there. That was tough.
That was a tough pass, but Skimbo is saying he thinks that should have got picked. I'm telling Skimbo he needs to click on and pick that. You can't allow the computer to make that play for you.
User. Great route there by Sanu Sr. Dig route across the middle. Good find by Schemin. Schemin not going away quietly. Not when you're one of the top 15 to 20 Madden players in the world. He is going to bring it. He is eyeing that $3,500. 2 touchdowns, and he can win this thing if he can get a stop and get a score here. Matt Ryan back to pass. Oh, what a catch there by your old high school teammate?
No, he went to my high school.
I went to your high school.
I'm a little old. He's still in the league.
You're only like 25, dude.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, great block.
There's
that was
Freeman.
a great block
Sure
he picked
was.
up.
All right, Schemin once again. 2nd and goal from about the 1.5.
Wait, shout out to Coltrane, my main man, Scott Cole. Yes, I'll see you in a few weeks there, Scotty. Great job. Looking to see you.
Scott Cole, been talking some college football lately, brother, down south?
Oh, yeah, I know he's loving Clemson.
I know it, Clemson. I've got Clemson and Bama. I'd love to see that for the 3rd straight time. Rubber Max.
Actually, and shout out to Coltrane, I'm literally doing my best Scott impersonation. I wore the polo just for him.
Looks like Clemson.
I'm trying to be him.
Howard's Rock. You can see Rico running down the field, tapping Howard's Rock.
How funny is it? I actually did the national championship game while he was out there. I hosted the fan experience while he did the game.
Nice.
That's how I found out he did the Clemson stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great job. And speaking of great job, 3rd and goal, Schemin's going to get a touchdown here.
He has to get a touchdown.
He's going to run it in with Matt Ryan.
No, he's not. Wouldn't that be something? Plenty of time.
And all you got to do is make that one defender. Go!
Plenty of time. He had it. Now it's too late.
Okay.
You're right.
Just let the record reflect. He had it.
He had it to the right-hand side. Wouldn't he have gotten in, though? You think so?
I definitely think he would have.
It would have been close. He definitely had a lane.
The people wouldn't have left their defenders or their zone until he crossed the line of scrimmage. By then, he would have been in the end zone.
This is it. This is the ball game here. And what a catch by Julio.
And a better pass by Schemin. He deep-handed that one down. That was phenomenal. He threw that in a spot where only Julio could get it.
Big spot Schemin with this PAT to make it a 6-point ball game. 1-score ball game, and it's still tight here. Michael Skimbo is going to have to earn it. 27-21. Michael Skimbo and the Seahawks up on Schemin. We said it was going to come down to the wire. This was going to be high-level football here, competitive gaming from both guys. And we've been treated to a pretty good contest here.
At the end, in the red zone,
the battle at Blue.
Everybody's always looking for that high point, that high ball pass. For him to throw that low ball in there and out there, that was classic. All right. Now, if you're Skimbo, do you slow the pace down here at all? Because the more clock you take, the more that means Schemin has to pass, as opposed to running the ball, which he wants to do and he's more comfortable doing. Or do you just continue to run your offense at your normal pace?
I think you do. Be careful, though, and I think you do a lot of this. Get down, though.
Get down.
Option routes, digs, little slants across the middle, and spread them out. That's what you do best. And mix in some runs, especially if you get it across midfield. Start mixing in some runs. And there's the first time out there by Schemin.
And he's taking him.
First and 10 here for Michael Skimbo at the 46-yard line with the 6-point lead. Can he hold on against Schemin? And there's the run that I called for, and that's what I was telling you. Pick up a first down passing, get near midfield, definitely across midfield. It becomes a running situation there because you're in control. Make him use those timeouts. Schemin, he can maybe afford to give up one more first down. Other than that, that might just do it. He has to get off the field here and maybe force the turnover. 2nd and 5 for Skimbo. Skimbo back to pass. He doesn't want to throw it deep. Yeah, took the sack there. He doesn't want to try to force it and maybe get it picked off. Didn't have a receiver open there. I saw that one coming.
I am not sure how I feel about that sack.
Yeah.
I know he wants to let the clock keep ticking, but I don't think you need to lose those yards and make it 3rd and 13 either. I wouldn't have mind 3rd and 5 still with the clock stopped.
I agree. Maybe you run Russell earlier there and pick up a few yards. But once he decided to, I'm going to look deep, he had nothing deep. And
you got to throw that ball away.
Yeah, you got to throw it away or you eat the sack knowing that you can pick it up right here.
Now, do you run the ball and make him take that last timeout? Or do you get that first?
No, I throw it.
It is just 4-down territory.
It is, and you've got your passing game is a form, and there's X, and that's what he's going to do. That's a form of a running game there, and now he's going to run down. It's 4th down. This is it right here, basically. This is the game right here. Can Schemin get off the field? Can Skimbo pick up the first?
And I'm not telling you what to do, but this is why he should have went for 2 before. Because if he gets stopped here and he loses, he'll never even have had a chance.
It's true.
And this is why you never know the future. You only know the present. And he had a chance to take control of the game right then and there.
Well, the old cheat sheet says don't do it.
Well, he's going for it. Here we go.
4th and 9 here. I think, yeah, you go for it. I mean, you're the number 1 player in the world. You absolutely go for it and hope that you can pick up 9. 4th and 9.
When he runs this with Russell and gets the first.
He's got B. He had B. That's a bad throw. He had B coming across the middle, though. Good defense there from Schemin. Here we go, Michael Skimbo. Can Skimbo scheme up something now here defensively? Do you let him score, maybe?
No, not with when he wants to run the ball. You make him, you shoot that cap, you play with those Seahawks, and you wait for the fluke.
Looking for the fluky. 2nd and 8. Skimbo used the time. Oh, he's got 2 timeouts left.
I don't even know if I use the timeout there just because I want to put more pressure. See, that timeout helps.
Well, here you go. If you're Skimbo, I like this. Keep the 2 timeouts. Running out of bounds there hurts Schemin. But for Skimbo, now it's going to come down to clock management. You're okay with 5- and 6-yard runs, but at some point he's going to have to put the ball in the air as well.
It's going to be close. The only thing is you just got to hope you lock up on that goal line.
Exactly. It's going to come down to a red zone. Can he lock him up deep inside of the red zone and turn the tables? What Schemin was pretty good at early on, which is forcing field goals instead of touchdowns.
Are we going to see a run commit?
No. I don't think so.
Oh!
That was caught.
That's just a tough way to make a living.
Yeah, it is.
If he grabs that, he goes the other way. Schemin didn't think he was going to be there.
So Skimbo played it right because you know he can't run the ball all the way down the field. He's going to have to throw it at some point. Now you have to get back there. He's down to the 1. 1st and goal. This thing is going to come down to
14 seconds. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. This is it for all the marbles. Oh!
No, it's too high.
OMG.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you want.
Down to the
wire. 6 seconds. Atlanta has no timeouts. If Skimbo wouldn't have called that one timeout, this game would have been over. I told you he shouldn't have called that timeout.
That is
but
true.
Don't worry. This is what it's all about.
He's got time for 2 more plays, though.
Not if it's a run, he gets stopped.
He cannot run the ball.
He has to run the ball.
No, he can't run the ball.
He has to run the ball.
Run the ball, game's over.
It is, but you have to.
Give me 2 plays, 2 quick pass plays. You run the ball, it's game. You got to throw it, though.
Either way.
It's got. He did not get in.
Oh, my
They gave it to him. Oh, they gave it to him. Touchdown, Mohamed Sanu Sr.
South Brunswick.
Extra point for Schemin. Down by 13 at one point.
Wait, can Skimbo block, scoop, score? Or is this cash?
Here's the extra point up for Schemin. Can Bryant put it down between the uprights? Letting the clock wind down here a little bit. Maybe trying to draw those guys offside. Can he get a block? Can Skimbo muster up a block, or will Schemin get the extra point? It's up, and it's easily down through the middle. He needs a return.
This is Skimbo's 4th kickoff. He said you give him 4, he's going to take 1 to the house. It all comes down here.
Oh, he was able to get down. We're going to have one last play. Skimbo trailing by a point. What a game for Schemin to come back from down 27-14. You said go for 2. I thought it was way too early.
And he never had another chance.
Never had an opportunity.
And that's why I said you got to make sure you do that.
Sometimes Madden is good to you, sometimes it's not. Buy some time. He's waiting to get that X. And that is picked off, and that will do it.
That would have been interesting if he'd have picked it off like the 1, goes back in, gets a safety, and loses. But that was an amazing game. Oh,
amazing game. So Michael Schemin.
Mark Bam Samuels, a.k.a. Schemin. Yes, I use this full government just because this has to be a great moment for him. Has to be a great moment for the whole Versus team. Shout out to Skimbo. Skimbo played an amazing game. These were the 2 heavyweight fighters that have left it all on the line. 28-27, another instant classic. UMG, you guys were phenomenal. We're about to head down for a moment. We have Larry's going to be down there with the winner, Schemin. I know he's happy. I know there's a big check involved, and I know there's a lot of cash. All right, Larry, down there with the winner. Take it away.
All right, we got Schemin here, man. You came down, you drove down from the Berkeley, California area, decided last night, drove this morning. How nice does it feel, man, to be a champion, man?
It feels good. I made my decision last night to come down here. I was going to stay at home and focus on my single elim game I got coming up. But it was a good event. UMG threw a real good event. Congrats to Skimbo for making it to the finals. We had a good game. You know the respect I got for him. And, yeah, it was a good game, man.
What were you thinking? Down 13, 27-14, you were thinking, look, I got probably 2 more possessions. I've got to score on both of them, and I've got to play defense. What was your thought process going down those last couple of possessions?
It was a lot of crazy stuff going on in the game. I mean, on my end, I feel like, you know, I had a lot of big runs, but they didn't add up to 7. So I was trying to find ways to get that back, and luckily I did at the end.
When you look at the end, you were still down 6. He's been throwing the ball, had some bombs on you. What gave you the confidence that, look, I can just get 1 stop, because that's all you needed, and how were you able to get it done?
Just keep the run going. The run was effective. I mean, you know, if you make them load the box up, then you got options. You can hit them up deep, and you just open the pass up. So I just ran the ball, kept consistent with it, and it played out.
You guys are 2 of the best players in the world. How much did you leave in that back pocket, knowing that you might see him in Burbank, you might see him later on down the road? What's it like playing a guy knowing that, hey, I might have to see him again? How much do you give, and how much do you keep and hold back?
You give enough to win the game, but I mean it all comes down to adjustments, and then you know Madden has his ways of showing who's going to get what during every game. So with a little bit of luck, and then you trusting yourself on your scheme, then give you the best chance to win.
Lastly, what's it like, man? $3,500, man. Tell me you're gonna take me out to eat, please.
It feels good, man. Feels good to get out here and, you know, earn some money playing Madden. It's just a start. We got a long year coming, so yeah, it's just a start, man.
All right, congratulations to Schemin. He is the Battle at Blue champion, and we're going to do a presentation. If we can go ahead and get the trophy in here and also the check. Also, we're going to be joined by someone from Bleu. Are they around? Okay. We've got Ron Summers here from UMG. We got the check here, and let's do the check presentation. Ron, go ahead and give it to Schemin, who won $3,500.
On behalf of UMG Gaming and Bleu, I hereby present you as the champion of our Madden 18 tournament. Congratulations.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Yeah,
Of course.
I want to shout out Versus Sports. I got family back home watching this. Always shout out to the family. Oh, my bad. Versus Sports, my goons that I got back home, I lab with. This is just, a small testament of what we got going up ahead of us. So I got to finish the job. I got to play True Boy soon after this. So my job not done.
I was going to tell you, man, long, busy weekend for you. I mean, you got 2 more games to play. How are you going to get this game in tonight? And how much will you think about this before you move on to the next one?
I came out here to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So, I came out here and had a good event here. So now, my main focus was to make it to Burbank. So I'm locked in for that.
Glad he decided last night to drive on down here to Lake Tahoe, and he is the winner. The Battle at Blue here at Bleu Casino and Resort. Schemin, the winner, 28-27 over Skimbo, $3,500 richer for one of the top Madden players in the world. Let's go back over to you, Rico, and end this broadcast. Thanks to everybody here at UMG. A great event here inside of beautiful Bleu Casino Resort and Spa. Congratulations, Schemin. Good job, bro.